Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start this video off by saying Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody gets to the Father but through Him. Put your trust in Jesus. So here we have a conspiracy, a chemtrail conspiracy, a Squid Game conspiracy. Notice this plane is parked stationary above me. I filmed this 8 years ago, or more. Yeah, the camera's shaky, making it look like the plane is moving, but I'll zoom out and zoom back in on it. So this whole squid conspiracy came to be for me through chemtrails. Chemtrails, just to give you some background, are made of barium, strontium, aluminum, so they say.
That cloud's going
and it's being sprayed over the population. A lot of people notice that we have a lot of weird planes spraying this shit on us all the time. A lot of strange looking planes. Ones with big, bright red dog penises on them. Does that look like an airplane, ladies and gentlemen? Hell no. So what do? They spray the chemtrail. Starts off small, and it starts to spread out until it covers the entire sky. And it's used for weather modification. And who knows what else. Probably government tests on the population, or some kind of demonic testing. I believe that they use CERN and D-Wave and Google to open portals for interdimensional beings to make their way through. And it's getting stronger and stronger. How do they do it? Well, through the use of their nanotechnology. So as you can clearly see, there is a lot of nanotechnology in the atmosphere. It's a highly charged electric atmosphere now. Through the use of their chemtrails, through these little orbs that are floating everywhere, people are breathing this in. Now, the troubling thing is you would think, oh, this looks harmless, but it's not. In fact, this stuff is self-assimilating, it's intelligent, and it's metallic. It has different compounds within it that helps it to self-assimilate. And we're breathing it in, and it is different kinds of metals, and it's fibers, and it causes Morgellons. And I will show you some of the Morgellons that I've actually had myself, but I have found a way to get rid of it. So this video is for those who have had Morgellons. If you follow me, I will teach you what I use to kill it. Now, you can see it's just an absolute shitstorm of this particulate. And you have to have the absolute right lighting in order to see this stuff. Otherwise, it's invisible to the naked eye. So people are being bombarded with this shit every day and they don't even know it. We've been breathing it in for years. The problem is, it's getting worse and worse. And now it's at the most I've ever seen. So, we have to act now. We have to do something. It's just everywhere, absolutely everywhere. There's a still shot of the chemtrail balls. They're highly intelligent, or just intelligent anyway. They seem to be aware. They also drop these nano spiderweb tube things that spread out over everything and start to self-assimilate. Here's one example. This is in a tree. That doesn't look like regular spider webs. In fact, they have glowing little orbs on them. They kind of take over everything. Look at that. That's not spider webs. Spider webs are beautiful. That shit's ugly and demonic. Here is a Morgellon fiber on my scalp. Now you may want to turn away for some of this, but I felt that it was necessary to show you. Okay, so here is another Morgellon fiber. It's very snake-like. See that? They bury themselves and dig their way into you. Here's a nasty looking one. It's like a spider. I'm sorry I had to show that to you. And here's another one. But the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, I've found a way to get rid of them. Here's the cell phone towers. I know that was disgusting. And thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of What the Fuck Is This? So, I had this dish out. It was a pretty clean dish, and it collected rainwater for a day or two. Anyway, I went to go look at the water underneath of a microscope, and there was things inside of it, like hundreds of little particles that look like sea monkeys. You know, when you first get sea monkeys, they're like almost barely visible. Well, that's what these little metal ball looking things looked like anyway. They looked like little sea monkeys. But when I put the microscope on it, I thought, what are these air bubbles? But it turns out they are the little sea monkey looking. Now, I say sea monkey as in size comparison only, because obviously they look nothing like a sea monkey. But these balls are metal, they're not air. And I believe that they're dropped from the chemtrail planes, and they're highly intelligent. As you can see here, they're not sticking to a paper clip that I have in there. Take note of that, okay? And up there in the top, there's some kind of a hydra, I'm thinking, some kind of organism. But I wanted you to take notice that when I stuck that paper clip in there, that they did not stick to the paper clip. That's important. As you can see, we're resting here in water. I was pretty stunned by what these little balls look like, and I could have swore I seen a few of them hatch. Maybe they're eggs. Okay, see, now they're all sticking to the paperclip. So they weren't magnetic, and now they are. Weird. And now they're gone. Very, very interesting if you ask me. This is in your rainwater. Thank God we're not going out and collecting it and drinking it. Okay, see that thing down in the bottom left? That's some kind of an organism that I believe self-assimilates. And there I'm poking it. It has some kind of a fiber connected to it, as we see. Dropped from the chemtrail planes, possibly. The so-called planes, anyway. I was gonna make a longer video, but okay. So notice how that's all sticking to the paper clip. That means that they're magnetic, obviously. That's important because this is in our atmosphere, and we're breathing it in all the time. If what I'm guessing is right, and I'm guessing that it comes from the air and it's dropped by someone or something. Here's a bunch of those little organisms there. Anyhow, we all have metal in our bodies now because of this. And I don't know if this is graphene or what, but it's not good. Ah, yes, where was I? Let's see. Yeah, so I kind of lost track of where I was. But I wanted to make a long video. Well, not a long one, but a really good video. But there's just too much shit going on that I couldn't just cram it all into one. It's a lot harder to make videos than I ever remember. But okay, so look at this specimen. You can see that it's like sprawled out like a satellite. See that? With its tentacles. That's what's up with that. Very strange. Must got tendonitis because he's got tentacles. Not to be confused with unioticals. Anyway, there's been a lot that's happened, or maybe it's just my mind, but once I made this video with the microscope, I wanted so badly to put it out because I know people suffer from Morgellons, and I had some myself, and I found a way to get rid of them, and I think I found a way to kill this stuff. And I wanted to make a video because I was pretty excited. There's a bunch of little specimens right there. So let's have a go at it, shall we? You can see that they got little black tentacles, suction cup things, or whatever they are. And very strange indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show how to kill them because I accidentally spilled them over before I had a chance to really get a good video. And another time I forgot to hit the record, or I don't know where the file went that I was recording, so it didn't save, but it was good stuff. I was just amazed. I think it's really going to help a lot of people if they suffer from Morgellons. Here's some kind of like, a lot of people are saying that these nanoparticula are self-assimilating, and they have they're like computers, or they got AI, or they're a living organism / they're like microcomputers or something. So here's what you call stirring the pot. Oh, what do we got in here? Well, we got a Morgellon for dinner and a sea squid from a different dimension. Okay, so we're moving right along. Video's going quite smoothly. Looking to crush the competition. Notice those black tentacles once again. They are very resilient, as you can see. They're very evasive as well. So, just kind of a thing to keep an eye out for, I suppose. Don't let your kids go outside and start drinking that rainwater. Who knows what could happen to them? They might turn into a Hydra vulgaris. What's that? You don't know what a Hydra vulgaris is? Well, how about you give me a little bit of time, that way I can explain it to you. You might want to grab a seat. Because the next chapter I want to talk about squids. That's right, squids. Fucking squids. So stay tuned, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. So here we got the end result of a petri dish of rainwater. And I'm not sure, but at this point I may have hit it with something. Okay, so I've seen this. This is a Secrets of the Universe documentary. And it had a squid on it. And this, I had noticed up in the top left-hand corner is a camera. This camera is a wise cam, so I'm filming the camera to see what happens to it. And as you can see, there's a little white dot that keeps appearing. That's not rain. And this isn't rain either. Don't be fooled. Notice how it flies at the camera. Notice how that white speck is still going on and going about over there. It's comings and goings. That's actually the interdimensional squid, or at least its finger anyway, one of them. It's trying to mimic itself as water, or dripping water, but really it just gave itself away because it looks more strange than anything. It needed to practice its squid game a little bit better. And we're moving right along. Moving right along. I want to thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, for Chapter 2 of this squid adventure. So, we're going to be going to the next video here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ready, begin. Here we go. Okay, so this is video 2 that I shot of something getting in front of the camera and caught with a camera opposite its angle. That way I could prove that there was something that was flashing the camera. No, it wasn't a Night Stalker perv, it was an octopus. But I had no clue at this point. This was back in May of 2021. This is kind of when I first started seeing this creature. But to be honest with you, I had always seen something in the clouds that was pink, and it swirled around, and it would fly toward you if you noticed it and watched it. Now, I used to think that it was just a trick of my eyes, but that's not true. It was something. There's something there. And I had never seen the full apparition until as of late. So, as you can see, we still got a light flashing in front of that camera. And we're moving right along. I'm going to trim up the video here, so here we go. Well, actually, if I can just keep your attention for about, I don't know, 1 more minute, then I won't have to go through the trouble of trimming down this video. But do notice that it's still blinking in front of the camera. I mean, that's not rain. You don't see it anywhere else except for right in front of the camera. What a coincidence, right? I mean, if it was trying to do a good job, it would drip in all different areas. I think. I could be wrong. Or maybe all the water would just flow to one area. But I'm 100% certain that it's not natural, normal raindrops. How do you know that, Joe? Well, let me tell you. Have you ever seen rain do something like you're about to see? You let me know, come up with a conclusion, and let me know what you think about it. Because to me, it's rather strange. 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Notice here that it seems to be digitized rain. And we got the same pattern of rain over and over. Look at that. This is actually going really fast. But you can see it just appears all of a sudden. It doesn't come straight from the top all the way down. It just appears sometimes randomly right in the middle of the frame. This, my friends, is actually octopi tentacle. The same pattern over and over, right in front of the camera. I'm guessing that it's trying to mimic rain. That would be my guess. And here we have another clip. Now watch how it kind of scans the camera from left to right. Left to right. Left to right. Dripping rain doesn't do that. Left to right. Left to right. Does dripping rain do that? No. Not unless you live in Australia or something, where everything's upside down. And if you shit, it comes back up in your face because you're on the opposite side of the planet. No, I'm just joking. I don't know what it's like over there. I hear it does swirl the other way, though. Shit water, that is. Okay, so there you have that. And for our next clip, I believe, kind of more of the same. Or maybe that wasn't the next clip. Okay, thank you. My producer just told me that it wasn't the next clip. Say hi to Joe DZ, everybody. That's my producer. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, man? Well, they're doing all right. If you'd quit bothering them, they're trying to learn something. Or actually, they already know, most of them. Yeah, I know, man. We got the best audience in the world, bro. Jesus Christ is king. Amen to that one, brother. So here it's scanning the camera again with its large tentacle. Nobody gave it permission to do that. I didn't give it permission, that's for damn sure. But I believe that these things do manipulate the weather. They can cause massive windstorms. They cause lightning. They can do that. That's their ability. That's their power. And they can spit out weird rain. I don't know. It's just crazy. And then they have clouds that go and block the sun. They have clouds that actually hook up to one another. Like they're built for it. Very strange. So here's the next clip, I believe. And as you can see, it's scanning the camera, scanning the camera, scanning the camera. And at this point, I had no clue what this thing was. I thought, well, that's rather strange, you know? So, in this next clip, we got more camera scanning. Meow. 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 Does that add a little bit more validity to what I'm talking about? Meow. Sound effects. Meow. 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 But as you can see, if you were to like slow it down, you would see that it is like it's a tentacle. It's a damn tentacle. And we're headed on to the next clip. Again, another clip of something flashing in front of the camera. Again, supposedly supposed to be rain, dripping rain, that happened to be right in the center of my camera. I guess that's where the slope of the roof went, straight to the valley and into my camera. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a hard time buying that one. I mean, you can actually see real rain a few times in the background. But that flashing thing in front of the camera, that's octopi. I can smell a fish from a mile away. Many years of practice, ladies and gentlemen. This is a kid, family-friendly operation, so let's watch our mouth, Joe. And it continues to do so about 5 more seconds. And then I will be ready to show you some photographs. And you tell me what you think about these. I'll try to, I might have to redo this and slow it down. It might go too fast, but we'll check it out. Here is fucked up imagery. There's tentacles, as you can see. Some more like weird tentacles, weird picture. More tentacle or suction cups. More suction cups everywhere. Here's a pretty good example. Tentacles. Right there's another good example. Okay, so here's a more recent video of what's supposed to be rain, but it's more like an angry mist. Now let me tell you about this mist. This mist allows you to peer into a different dimension. That's right, it allows you to peer into a different dimension. It's a really kind of a scary dimension as well. And I'm going to show you a little bit of it. It almost makes me sick to my stomach. But obviously you can tell that this isn't right. And you can see that if you really pay attention to it, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. If you really pay attention to it, you can see that it's every once in a while you can catch a good glimpse of its tentacles, and it's like swirling, just like those pink things in the cloud I was talking about. It's always swirling, and swatting at the camera. You can clearly see it swatting, really just going to town. Whap 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 whap. No, not a whop in Italian without papers. Racist joke. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm Italian, so fuck it. But as you can see, this is a very strange rain particulate or something. It's going fucking haywire. Look how haywire it's going. It's just it's the only thing I can think of is pissed the fuck off. So we're gonna go ahead and trim this video up because this may be a little bit too long here. Okay, so I just want to go over a few random pictures. This is when I first started to notice the beast or whatever it is, the entity. This is kind of a more recent one, and I've kind of brought out the image. And here's a zoom in of it. Look in the middle, you can kind of see the demonic looking faces, and you can see like it looks like a place. You know, it looks like it's got roads. Yeah. Weird designs. It looks like almost like a mine shaft or something. You always see a lot of crosses everywhere in it. Really kind of strange. This is some kind of entity here. You can see the long face. It almost looks like a skull, like one of those skulls in the desert. A big long beak. Yeah. So here's the side of it. Just unnatural for rain. You know, I don't. Well, in my opinion, anyway. I guess I'm not a rain expert, but I doubt it makes stuff that looks like this. See how that kind of looks like tentacles and creepy faces and whatnot, what have you. This looks like it's flipping me off. Honestly, it looks like a big hand with the middle finger up, and that could quite possibly be what it is. You just never know these days. Fuck you. And so I want to go to this picture, and this seems to be the entity's whiskers and tentacles and some kind of labyrinth, some kind of underground shaft. You can see a huge squid arm and little tentacles all up and down, and weird designs and symbols and roads, or whatever you call them, whatever this is. There's the whiskery beast and some kind of tentacled being in the background there on the right. Yes, very, very peculiar. Kind of a close-up of that the tentacled beast shot. Just kind of trying to see if you can see anything. Here I kind of brought out the image a little bit. You can definitely see the tentacles in here. All these different designs and roads and cavernous looking area. Here is the beast itself. It's a picture of its face over on the left and the right, but I want you to pay attention to the right, which is here. Notice the socket. That black object is the socket of its head, of its eye, and its tentacled head, horned head, whatever. Weird. And this is the other being. You can't really see it, but I'm gonna explain it in a different video. But you see there's an eye up to the upper left hand corner. Well, that's what I identify it as, an eye. And the two beings, they work together. I've noticed they're always together in the same shot. So, well, not always in the same shot, but they work together. They're around each other. Here's just weird symbols. Wouldn't you say that these look like symbols or some kind of design? Like, is it at least design? This looks like some kind of a design. Yes. Here, I'll bring it out a little bit, and it kind of looks like they're like a human, a hiding human in the middle there with a hand. It just doesn't look natural. It looks man-made or some kind of like intelligent, like something that nature wouldn't make, I guess, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, over to the right hand side, upper right, you can see, you know, here you go. It's like symbols, and it's like a shield looking thing or something, or a big door, iron door. Here's the being, and here's its wing. You can definitely tell that's a wing. Maybe that's an arm right there, tentacled arm. And there's the crosses. And actually there is like a spider being right here, a Spider-Man looking being. If you look at, if I bring it out, you can see it right there. They all kind of intersect and cross, and it's like, almost looks like a labyrinth or a mine shaft, a weird. So there's the winged being. Don't know what to make of it. If you know what it is, you can feel free to tell me. I have no effing clue. Getting one last shot there. Here we just got a mishmash of whatever. You know, with every frame that this, when you're watching this stuff, with every frame that goes by, you can pause the video on say the first video where it shows it raining or whatever. You can pause on any screen and be able to look into it, and you will see things that will blow your mind. And I don't even think I've got all of it here. No, I know for a fact I don't got all of it here. But this is just a sample of what is there. Here, queso dip. Notice the weird looking finger things, little platypus fingers over there, and some kind of mosquito being to the left. Here's a close-up of the skeeter being, the mosquito being, or something. I don't know what it is. But do you see the like structures, and there's the platypus fingers. It doesn't look like rain. It looks like some kind of weird design right there, weird area. It's hard to explain. It's like a different dimension. That's all I can explain. That's all I can think of. This is the whiskery being. I call him Lieutenant Whiskers. And you can see some tentacles in the back and a road in the back. And again, there's a road. Here we have the titted being, because it has a pair of tits on it, on its face, so it's tit face, and then an eyeball. So there's an eyeball there. The titted elephant being, I think. Yeah, hopefully he forgives me if I'm wrong, but here we have, I don't know what this is, but I can see roads and structures in it. That stuff in the background, that's what was supposed to be there. Okay, this looks like maybe some kind of print. These are definitely tentacles. Do you see tentacles? I see tentacles. Squid Game, right? Or am I wrong? Am I off? I could be off. I see some kind of being in the center. I almost thought that this was like a child to begin with, but it may just be its tentacles. I don't know. But sometimes you can see humans being tortured, or human-like beings being tortured. It's just bringing out the colors. Really can't see shit with this. Shit'll give you nightmares. You'd almost think that was a human being right there, but I don't think it is. We'll zoom in on it. But notice all the structures, all the designs everywhere in this picture. It's just everywhere. It's not like natural. Look at that. Look at that. Is that normal? Does anyone think this is normal? I don't know. Maybe it's a human being maybe it's a soul. Maybe it's being transferred. Maybe it's showing maybe it shows the different realm, a different dimension of what's going on right now. Here is, oh yeah, this is the being. Yeah. So there you have it. So here's some more video of squid rain. You can see multiple images. They pop in very fast. But I got a lot of screenshots of these, but I got so many different pictures. It did just a decade worth of pictures to go through, and everything's just unorganized, and I was having trouble finding it, so I can at least show you the video. So what you have here, you can see the tentacles come in. You can see things zooming around and whatnot, what have you. Actually, for the next video, I think I'm going to slow it down so you can see. And see, rain doesn't go up in the air like that. It doesn't go back up in the air. Once it comes down, it's down. You know, unless it may splash a little bit and go up, but once it's down, it's down. On Earth, anyway. Okay, for this next clip, I've slowed it down a little bit so you can see what's going on. Very mysterious. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that with the cell phone towers, the chemtrail planes, the weather modification, the weather manipulation, the clouds, the covering of the sun with the clouds, the paranormal aspect of the whole thing. They're opening portals. They're infusing us with Hydra vulgarises and Morgellons. It all kind of wraps around, and it's just pure evil, and really, Jesus Christ is the only way. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody gets to the Father but through Him. I plead with you, if you have not already, find Jesus. I don't want to see anybody perish. Either does God, either does Jesus. It's never too late to return. Return to Him. Get in His Word. Give your life to Jesus. Dedicate yourself to Jesus. Because hell is going to be 10 million times worse than this. And it never stops. Don't take the vaccines. We're already highly charged through all the particles we've been breathing in. We're magnetic right now. We can be manipulated easily. Our best bet, and it's not even a bet, it's a sure win with Jesus. So don't lose hope, because shit's getting really weird around here. I hope to come out with my next videos. I couldn't cram it all into this, but there's been a lot of paranormal stuff going on, more than I have ever seen, and I want to share it with you. And that's why I believe with all the quantum computers and whatnot, they are opening portals. Over here you can see a man being skewered by some kind of a tentacle. You fucking piece of shit. Sorry. Something came in here. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. God bless you. Go now, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless us all. May we turn this squid into calamari. God bless you and your family. Peace.